We're on. Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, we're on.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Fisayo?
Not much. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So we're streaming our podcast today live for all our plentiful YouTube followers. Members of our tribe.
Bear with us. This is what our first time doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you guys who are new, welcome to Entrepreneurs with Jobs. This is Behind the Hustle, where we go over the behind the scenes of growing online businesses and what we're doing.
Yes, yes. So I am Fisayo. I'm the founder of Elisa Mama. It's an apparel brand that designs really fun, vibrant clothing using African-inspired wax prints. All our materials are sourced and produced in Nigeria to provide opportunities to local Nigerian artisans. And so been at this for a couple years. And yeah, you're going to be hearing some of the behind the scenes and behind the hustle, really, of what we do. So glad to have you.
Yeah, paving the way out of poverty.
Exactly. So Jeff, maybe you want to introduce yourself.
My name is Jeff Lasaria. I work with Fisayo on our non-disclosed Fortune 500 company we work for. We're entrepreneurs with jobs, so we are building our hustles on the side. I am a marketing consultant right now, helping Fisayo build up her e-commerce business. So I'm learning how to run Facebook ads. So I'm a certified digital marketer through digitalmarketer.com. 13 different certifications. I've grown a previous dating consulting business, and now I'm transitioning to marketing and trading cryptocurrency full time. Not full time, but on the side. We'll talk more about that soon. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins, because it's pretty crazy right now. It's pretty crazy. Just to give context, one of my portfolios is up 50% from my initial investment. And that was only since January 7th.
Nice. So one day Jeff's going to be living the life.
Living the dream?
Living the dream, yes.
Well, that's also Fisayo.
Well, I'm working on it. All righty. So what's been going on with you, Jeff? What have you been up to in the past week?
Let's see, what have I been up to? What have I been up to? Working with our new writer. So for Fisayo's business, one of the things that she's working on for 2021 is growing her SEO and organic reach. So one of the ways that you do that is through content marketing. So on top of the paid Facebook advertising, we're working on SEO content that's going to build up her search engine optimization on Google. But on top of that, we're running it so that it's content for her different platforms, from Instagram, email marketing, and then for the blog and the website itself. So that's what we're working on. So she just completed her writing and then sent out an email a few days ago on next steps for creating the ultimate blog post, and then collaborating with her on that.
So pause. So for those who don't know, just to make it clear, we have a writer that we've brought on board that Jeff is working with to help us develop one of our write-in pieces, an ultimate blog post, like Jeff calls it.
Content piece.
So content piece. Yeah. So we are currently. So she's prepping. I think working on an outline or something for the piece.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's doing research, and then she's gonna do the outline by this Saturday, and then from the outline we're gonna look at, okay, does this fit? Because not only do you have to make it better than or different than what's on the market, you also have to make it ramp up or prep the potential customers to be excited to buy in the future because Fisayo is going to be releasing a line that centers around dashiki and dashiki patterns and the meaning of dashiki. So she's getting so that's like somewhere in the future, and then so this is like a prep, and
Hmm.
on top of that, it's just fun content to educate all
Exactly.
her audience.
Yeah, it's very interesting because, and I think this is actually very relevant, leaving the business and the SEO part aside, the African inspired fashion or fabrics are not really well researched.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of content or really deep or extensive, comprehensive content around those fabrics. So I think there's greater good value of this ultimate post anyway, and it could be a good reference for people who maybe want to do research on African inspired fashion and whatnot. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
typically ultimate posts are generated for as like a big resource. So they generate links for your backlinks, and when you get backlinks, you build up your site authority, and Google sees that it's reputable, and then so they boost you in the search rankings, and then on top of that, people will start linking to it or on social media share it because it's an ultimate resource. It's something that they'll continually to go back towards. And on top
Hmm.
of that, the reason why we chose this is because this is a highly searched term by a lot of her competitors.
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly. So especially now where, everyone's competing to get in front of your customer, social media, we all tend to rely on, but it's, with all the change in algorithm and even digital ads, with all the new updates and restrictions, you have to find more organic ways to be seen. So this is our way. And so Jeff's been working really hard on that. So kudos to you guys. Looking forward to seeing how that unfolds. Yeah, pat on your back. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see what else. On top of running ads, oh no, on top of working on the writing side, there's running ads. So we had a whole fiasco with Facebook ads because it's complicated to navigate. It's definitely not one of the most intuitive platforms, but there's a chat button. If you pay for ads, there's a chat button in like the right bottom corner that you can click, and then you can reach Facebook ads people right away. And then so that's what I did because there's like permissions and getting access to all the profiles. But on top of that, what I did recently was Facebook has free consulting with marketing consultants. So I went and I met with Facebook's marketing consultants to talk about ads. So then it's essentially free training. So it was actually really nice. They walked me through the ads, and then they talked about like what is your business objectives, who's your audience, how familiar are you with the ads platform. So then they had the screen share software, they opened it up, and then she got to walk me through different things. She was like, okay, let's look at what the ad agency did previously, and then did they create a lookalike audience based on your emails? Okay, you should do that. You should export out your emails and create a custom audience, and then on top of that, do a retargeting audience based on the like last 3 days, and then actually let me pull up what the overall strategy was. So she talked about creating a conversion strategy on 1% of the whole United States and having a video under 30 seconds, which the agency that we were working with did a really good job of making all the ad creative. She liked all of the ad creative. They were under 30 seconds. They were fun. She likes the brand. And she's like, you can just reuse one of those and then use 70% of your budget in acquisition and then 30% of it in remarketing. And one of the
Mm,
easiest things you can do in the beginning is you can do $5 to start with 3-day website visitors and then exclude anybody who already purchased.
mm,
Do that, and then you can also go to $5 8-day website visitors to retarget the people that you didn't get from the 3-day, and then exclude the 3-day and the purchasers retargeting. So $5 a day for that. And then so those are like the easiest ones to do. And then she wants to do a custom audience, which is basically you just import a list, the email list. I don't have access, so that's something that Fisayo needs to export for me.
email this from Clavio.
Yeah, for some reason, when we looked at the support in Clavio, all of the different all of the different list options. It didn't have export email list, so I'm guessing I don't have full access. That might be just something for admin owner. So then
Okay.
I just need a CSV file, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna load it in, and then she's gonna work with me on creating an ad for next time. But I'm gonna create those ads that we talked about.
How are you gonna reach her next time? Do you have like an email?
She's like my assigned marketing consultant now. So we have
Interesting.
like 2 weeks. So next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be training with her again. So I'm just gonna keep her. This is actually pretty awesome.
And it's
So
free?
free because they want you because you're paying money in ads.
I don't think that's common knowledge. Is it common knowledge?
I don't think it's common knowledge because I didn't know. I didn't know about it.
That's your tip of the day, huh?
That's my tip of the day. So for those of you who can run your own Facebook ads and you have time, hire a marketing consultant. They'll run you through Facebook ads. Each session's only about 40 minutes, but still, there's like
That's
Facebook. Yeah, there's Facebook marketing people who charge that much for like their like meetups or like their monthly trainings or bi-weekly trainings, and they charge a pretty good amount. And this is like like they walk you through what you should do and then testing out and being able to scale.
nice.
So it's actually pretty awesome because she led me through a lot of different areas of Facebook that I didn't know about.
Very nice.
Yeah, so
Cool, cool.
so
All
did
right.
yeah did that. Um, been trading cryptocurrency pretty much every day. I take a look at the charts and I take a look at my portfolio and the different ways of trading. So I have a few different places. Okay, disclaimer, I also have this as a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. None of what I'm saying is investment advice. Always do your own research. Just letting you know. Don't use this just to make your buying or selling decisions. But my portfolio has almost doubled and that's just one of them. One of my portfolios has almost doubled in just in size from January 7th. That's when I started. Because I've been trading Bitcoin on and off for a while. I took a break because of the pandemic, which kind of sucks because that 3 months that I took a break, it jumped from when I was in it was like $10,000. It jumped from there all the way up to $40,000. And I didn't get back in until $19,000. I still made like $1,000 trade at that time, like 1,000-ish, and then that's up. That other portfolio, that's like my long term portfolio. That one is up probably that's up at least double because that one's Ethereum and Bitcoin. And for people who don't know what Bitcoin is, it's you're probably living under a rock, but Bitcoin is peer to peer digital currency basically. It's it's built on the blockchain, which means it's just a network of a bunch of computers or miners, and then they validate a whole chain or a public ledger. And then so if one of them gets hacked, all of them are the ones validating if it's correct. And then so if one of them gets hacked, that's why it's immutable or it's solving a big issue of trust. That I was watching a TED talk on what blockchain is or how it can change the future, and the overall problem that it solves is trust. Because with a central authority, they can change it. They can change the ledger. It can get hacked, or if it's a government, centralized government. If it's corrupt, they can start taking money out of your bank account. There's corruption within what they can do. And there's some governments that have failed where they started taking money out of their bank accounts. And one of the things he did was make a comparison between Western culture and like people who don't have access to financial services. So here we can relatively change money inexpensively. We have credit, we have identifiable property or assets that are to our name, and then we have access to credit and loans. And then we have also, but like other financial service like investment and opportunities to grow our money. And then like even like a bank account, like have a bank account and a checking account. But for somebody in a third world country or a country where their government is corrupt or is
Mhm.
failing, then they don't have access to money. They to transfer to remittance fees to countries like the Philippines or even like Nigeria, it's like they're what 30% to like transfer money, or it could cost up to that much depending on what service you use. And then so they don't have access to that. They don't have access to readily available capital or loans in emerging countries or like war-torn countries. And then like think of it like Afghanistan. And then all of these like if you had to flee because of war, coming back, your property, who owns your property at that point, you don't have identifiable, immutable uh, identity in that case too. Even your own identity, you don't know if like if you had to flee, and this happened to my girlfriend's dad. He doesn't really know when his birthday is when they fled from Vietnam. They have an idea, but it's give or take a year.
Mm.
They think it's this, and on their his birth certificate or when he came over, it was like one birthday, and then he remembered like I guess a different birthday, but they're still not exactly sure. So even then, you don't have the tangible identifiers in that way. So then he was talking about being able to give access to the whole world for these different people. That's what blockchain essentially gives you, and that's what this whole new craze with decentralized finance is doing. Is it's changing the way that traditional finance is being given to the world, and then now there's this whole platform being built on Ethereum, which is one of the things I invested in that took off recently. That's like in like cryptocurrency, it's Bitcoin and it's Ethereum that are like your long-term safe plays. And then
Mhm.
Ethereum is like the infrastructure where people are building applications on decentralized applications on this blockchain. So all of this decentralized finance, Ethereum is basically a smart contract platform, and then it allows you to create all of these different finance products like yield bearing like products and even a bunch of things. There's just a bunch of things. And the yield is crazy. Like it's like up to 8%, up to 9%, and you can't even get that on like savings. Like you can barely get 1% on like your savings account per year. So what they're doing on cryptocurrency and blockchain is it's pretty crazy. And yeah, so that's what I've been exploring, and I think I'm gonna double down on creating content for cryptocurrency.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that because I think I think you have a lot of cryptocurrency content inside of you that you're gonna have to pour out um, in the dedicated cryptocurrency what episode. We're going to get like a cryptocurrency
Yeah, well,
101 with
we'll do a cryptocurrency 101, but yeah, that's because when I traded Bitcoin, I went to a Lewis Howes event, Elevate Bootcamp in Hollywood because my friend got a free ticket. And so we went, and then so this crypto panel, they were talking about it, and they're just like, I didn't get what they're saying. They just said they made so much money that they had the equivalent of a GDP of a small country. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they're just super passionate about it. And they're saying this is like being in the forefront of when the internet was created. This is this is gonna be like a once in a lifetime or once in a generation opportunity. So I was like, okay, I wasn't making as much as I was now, so I scrambled like $3,000. This is when Bitcoin was $3,000, and then when it crashed in 2018, I bought in at like $3,000, 3,100, and then yeah, now it's at what 435,000, 37,000 as we speak. So
nice, nice,
yeah.
nice. Well, I'm excited to see how that all that unfolds
Yeah, because
for you.
we're in a bull market, so I'm gonna put in a lot more content right now before everything goes to a bear market where everything's just slow and boring. But everything is moving. Like almost like I looked at my portfolio right now, every single like asset or like company token that I invested in is up.
Nice.
All of them. It's yeah, it's crazy. Like there's things that are going like 100x, 10x. People aren't sleeping. It's yeah. I'll talk more about it. I'll keep everyone. I'll make like a short segment all top of this. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I'll probably
Yeah.
create a crypto channel, and that'll be like the next business venture while I'm learning Facebook ads and getting Fisayo scalable business and leads.
Yeah. Jeff always has his hands in like 5 million things, and he
Yeah.
has like, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Facebook ads and cryptocurrency is finally the two things that I'm like genuinely excited about. Because like during the
For
pandemic,
2021. For
yeah, for
2021.
2021, yeah, for 2021. But yeah, during the pandemic, remember it was just like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. So for those who maybe, if you ever get a chance to listen to our past episodes, you'll get a chance to hear the the figuring out and confusion, I would say, which is part of a normal part of the process. When you're trying to build something, you go through those motions where you have to step back and reevaluate and figure out, okay, what direction should I take? So Jeff's been doing a lot of that, but we're glad that he now has clarity. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because transitioning from like what a dating business, I was really excited about the dating business in the beginning, but then at the tail end and because of the pandemic, it was like, okay, what do I do now?
Hmm. Yeah, but he's found his new passion, and we're excited about that. So, anything else you wanted to share about what you were up to, what you've been up to the last week, or not?
Mm, no, that's pretty much it. And then just editing videos, trying to get some content out, entrepreneurs and jobs content. Oh, and that's also one of the reasons why was looking up this whole stream, and then if you look at the background and researching like all of this, was because it's a way for me to have the entrepreneur with the jobs episodes go live without me having to edit them, and then I just pull the audio and edit the audio. So this is like two birds with one stone. It's
Look at you, efficiency. That's wonderful.
because I was like, with everything that's going on, I don't have as much time to edit all the podcasts. And I was like, what can we do? This is like a better way to get more people. And then you go live, it's a bigger chance of capturing people. But then on top of that, two birds, one stone, three birds, four birds.
Well, nice, nice. Okay, so I guess I should share what I've been up to.
Since I had a big announcement, right?
Did I have an announcement? I don't know.
I thought you had like something that you wanted to announce.
Well, I'm very temporal. Probably was big like on Monday, but like by now it's like that ship has sailed. I'm very I'm hot and cold, so you get what you get when you get it. So anyway, for those who don't know, we actually, Elisa Mama is currently stocked at Saks Fifth Avenue, the Saks Fifth Avenue, and so we had our first collection go live late in December. So we're really in it. We've been in it for about, I would say maybe about a month and a half or so. So over the past week though, our second collection with Saks launched. So our spring collection is now live on Saks.com. And, I'm just very excited about it. I'm so proud of what we did. I'm so proud of the collection, and I feel so good about it. I feel like it's going to do very, very well. When we first got started the Saks partnership, the first collection was just kind of what we were able to put together because it was just so sudden and very shocking. So we did good, but I knew there was room to do better. So with this most recent collection that launched, though, like, oh my God, it is freaking amazing, I think. I am super excited. It's just, and even the images on the site just looks really good. The fabric, the silhouettes, it just looks really good. I'm just so excited. So yeah. So that launched this week. And then also, because I get the sales report, because that's another thing. Like one of the things that's been on my mind is, okay, how well are we doing at Saks? How well are we selling? Because, if we're not selling, then that might impede our future orders from them. But, I saw that our first collection with them is moving pretty well. much. And since the last few weeks when I got a status report to now, we've like we've almost tripled what we had sold at that point. So we're moving really well
Wow, that's
on
good.
the sales. One of my dreams is always to go in there and see like when an item is like crossed, like a size is crossed out because it's out of stock. So
Are you gonna buy it
um
yourself?
I'm not buying it myself. But yeah, so I was just been really happy, just really proud of my team of just for what we've been able to accomplish with this retailer. It's really huge. This is just significant. So on top of that, we also then got our order for summer. We got our summer order from them. So point about it is like this is happening. This is like it still feels very surreal. I feel like we literally just started with them, but we're now on our third um cycle with them, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I'm really proud. And this is a huge freaking deal. Like this is like it is such a huge deal. And I don't realize how huge of a deal it is sometimes because I think about it, like if we didn't have them as a customer right now, we would be in a very different place,
Yeah.
you know? And so they've made a lot of things possible for us. And I'm just really excited. So that's that. And then on top of that, um, the VP of like children and women's wear sent me an email, and
At
she
Saks?
Dax, yes,
Oh,
sent
okay.
me an email, to introduce herself and just tell me, they're really happy to have Elise Mama at Saks, and let me, just letting me know if I needed anything to reach out to her. And I was just like, oh my God, does it get any better
Oh,
than
that
that?
means you're doing big things if the VP is reaching out to you because they want to
Yeah,
keep
I
you as a
just felt
client.
so. It just felt so. I don't know what the word is. Rewarding. It felt really good. I almost cried. I almost, yeah. I almost shed a thug tear, but I didn't. No, we don't cry. But but yeah, but yeah, it was really good. So this was a good week on that front. Yeah, and now we're also now working on our fall offerings, so we can get that going.
did
But yeah,
Did you already ship for your second one already?
I said the second one just it's live.
Oh, it is live. So
Yeah.
it's already. Oh,
That's the one I'm so proud of. It's just so amazing. You have to
oh.
go scroll.
I didn't know it was already live. I thought it was. I thought you just sent it over.
No, well, yeah, I sent it over.
Here,
Um,
let me open it.
Open it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because of the way I set this up, I do not know how to. Okay, hold on. Okay, browser. Nope, nope. Okay, okay, we're gonna have to.
So,
Okay, I see it there.
so, uh, one of our products, and then
Wait,
what's
wait,
cool
wait.
about this?
Okay, I have to remove something. Okay, good.
So they like this is one of our mom products. Go back.
Oh,
Sorry.
they're holding the mommy and me line now. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and this is another one. This is one of our newer mommy. It's hard to see. Anyway, hold on.
No, I can see it. That's actually, yeah, no, I can see it. That's good.
Okay. That, and then if you like saw it just looks really good.
Are you the only brand that sells African wax prints on or is similar on Saks
I
Fifth
think
Avenue?
I'm probably the only child brand.
Oh, okay.
I've never really understood, like, okay, we're gonna talk about this in a second, but anyway, these are some of our newer items. We even have this little 2-piece. They actually requested this.
Oh, nice. So they made suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good. That looks like, is that more items than last time?
It's maybe a little more. I don't know, maybe about the same, maybe more. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to about a little more, a little more. So anyway, this is them. So you can go to Saks.com and you can see the clothes. Just like I feel like their pictures on some of the products just look much better.
Oh, that's
Like I
nice. Yeah,
feel,
they did. They definitely look better than last time.
yeah, that's what I feel. And I think that's kind of why I was kind of some kind of way about the first one. I wasn't too pleased about the images, but I think I created enough stink about them that they didn't want to deal with me this time. So
Deal with all your comments.
yeah, about the pictures. I think they took this one really well too. This product here. Like look at how like sharp it looks in the
Hmm.
picture. And so I think they did a good job.
The patterns look really nice.
Don't
Yeah, the fabric looks. Because I haven't seen what the line looks like besides like a few of the
they?
mommy and me ones, but I was like, that was a good job on the. I don't know really much about fashion, but to like my like visual eye, it looks really nice.
They look very like legit. Okay, let me
Yeah, it
see.
looks different too. It looks a lot more legit than your competitors.
Right? That's what I'm saying. So I'm just so proud. So this is like a little 2-piece, and then I like how they do like how you can wear it, and then they even have like complete the look with like the pants and stuff.
Oh, nice. That's fancy.
Doesn't it? So yeah. So very excited. And I'm just so proud. Because I take our work very seriously. Like, oh my God. And I'm probably a little bit too extreme about how close to my heart I take our products and our customer experience. It's probably a little bit on the obsessive side, but
It
I
it
can't
should be
help
though.
it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That it should be.
Yeah. So I take it very seriously. So when I saw this, I was just so happy and so proud. This is legit. This is like we're doing this freaking thing. We're doing it. And yeah, so I'm excited.
So what can you tell them about people who want to work with like Saks Fifth, like somebody like Saks Fifth Avenue, and like what have you learned during like this whole process?
One thing I've definitely learned is make your mistakes early. So when you are still at this beginning stage of your business, don't be afraid to like try things because the consequence of a mistake is much lower when you're smaller. But like right now, some of the things we had done back in the day, we don't have the luxury to do them now. Some of the mistakes we made back in the day, we don't have the luxury to do them now. And so I think all the challenges we've had, even like our Santa Barbara market, which if you all listen to the past episode, you can learn about that story. They've helped us. They've prepped us for this moment. Matter of fact, that was critical in terms of our operation, in terms of our production, in order to be at a place to handle, an order from a large retailer like Saks. If we hadn't done that, if we hadn't like taken those chances and taken those leaps of faith, granted they didn't really work out. And that's the other thing. Something might not work out the way you wanted to work out, but the lesson you're acquiring might be greater than your expectation of that thing. So that market didn't work out at all the way we wanted it to work out, but the value we got, which we didn't plan, which we didn't think, because you can only think based on what you know right now. You can only plan, or you can only project, or you can only hope based on what you know. So who would have told us that a year later we're gonna have the opportunity to be at Saks? We couldn't have. So I would definitely say, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Make them. And you got to start. I said, you got to start. If you want to get an opportunity like this, you got to start quickly. Don't wait until you have the best product and say, okay, now I'm going to do it. No, you got to start. You got to test the market, test the customers, see what they like, see what they don't like. And then by the time you get an opportunity like this, you're smarter. You're ready. You're better ready. I mean, you're never ready, but you know, you're readier.
Readier.
You're readier.
Ready as you can be.
Ready as you can be. And then the other lesson I would say too is like, it's going to be hard. It's going to be scary. But remember, like the famous quote, do it scared. If it's not scared, then the dream is not big enough. So like, you got to do it scared. So Jeff knows. I was like completely freaking out. Like, we can't do this. We're going to fail. We're going to screw it up. But you know what? We tried. We did what we could. And now our second run is much better. You know, so yeah. I mean, we're still newbies at this, so I'm not like it's any pro, but I'm still learning. But yeah, it's definitely being highlight of my Lisa Mama, almost of my career, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is like a major highlight.
I think so too.
Yeah, so I'm just so excited, you guys. You don't even understand. Like, I was listening to a live yesterday of another fellow business person who was doing like wax print like me, and and I just saw the heaviness in this girl's like heart when she was talking about, you know, how, you know, the effort that it takes, you know, to try to grow your business. You're putting your all, and you know, nothing is really happening. You know, you put out a product and it's like not really taking off the way you want it to take off, and you know, we take these things so personal.
Yep.
And, you know, I just like, I almost cried listening to her because I can relate to her. I mean, I have those moments, you know, and I've had a lot of those moments in the past. And so, and just the difference between having like a partnership like this and not, it's like huge, you know, it is huge. And so I know for me, just the Saks name itself, what it does for Lisa Mama is just amazing. So I'm just thankful. I'm just so thankful. I don't take anything for granted, and I'm just what this means for our team in Nigeria. You know what this means for just there's a lot. There's a lot. One day I'll do like a Saks reflection and really talk about what this really means.
And the behind the scenes and what you learned and the lessons and the stories behind Saks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think I need to start documenting it, all the things that's happening. Yeah. So, but moving on from that, I got my so I've been working with my PR person to put together a pitch, because you know, no matter how good your product is, you got to get the word out there. And you know, it's a hard knock life, this whole marketing thing. It's like it's a struggle. Yeah, it's a struggle. So, my PR girl, who I love, she put together this pitch that I'm just like drooling all over. It is so good. It is so good. And I'm so excited, and I'm just so eager to start like sending it out. I haven't done it yet for whatever reason, but yeah, so she provided the pitch, and yeah, it's a good story. It's a good story. It's very compelling. And maybe I'll share it with you. I'll email it to you. Have you look at it.
Okay. Do you want to go over now?
Maybe I can read it.
Okay, yeah. Read it. Read it in your best presenter voice.
Ooh, pressure. All right. Let me pull it up. Where are you? Okay. Where is it? Oh. Okay. But this girl is it's just amazing to have good people. Oh God. All right, let me read it. With one phone, so this is like, it's editable, so I'm gonna have to fill in the blanks for some of these things, but I'm just gonna read it. With one phone call, we went from outlining plans to dramatically scale down staff to hiring more people. That's in quotes. Every few years, they say big retail is dead. I say no way. One strategic partnership with a major retailer can change a small business forever.
That's a
I
good.
know,
That's a good hook.
right? I know because
The big
it happened
retailers.
to
That's good. Keep going.
us,
Sorry.
right? Elisa Mama's new partnership with Saks Fifth Avenue literally breathes new life into her
Breathe, breathe.
2-year-old startup brand. I don't know. I clearly cannot read. That's not my strong suit. It breathes new life into our 2-year-old startup brand. This is our first major retail partnership. The partnership has dramatically impacted our business quickly and in ways we could not have imagined 2 months ago. The first Saks order alone in late December was more than we have produced in all of 2020. It represented a blank increase in orders. We went from needing to dramatically scale down staff to bringing on 4 additional staff of our team in Nigeria. We were also able to offer a minimum of 1-year employment guarantee to all our Nigerian staff.
Oh, nice.
We were able to provide a 15% raise for our seamstresses. We could afford to add 5 more industrial machines, which allows for greater production and elevates the quality of our work. The exposure from Saks.com has increased our business, especially in the area of direct-to-customer sales. Sales have risen by blah, blah, blah in just 2 months. The sense of fulfillment we now have knowing our dream is possible. Would a feature on Elisa Mama be a good fit for Blank magazine? I envision this article would discuss how the calamity that was 2020 did bring a few bright spots, such as businesses that were the beneficiaries of retailers and other businesses looking to add diversity quickly, the growing popularity of non-Eurocentric design in the mainstream, and how diversity improves big retail business and where Elisa Mama and other minority small businesses fit in. Please let me know if you have any questions about Elisa Mama. Thanks for taking a moment to learn about Elisa Mama, and I look forward to hearing back. Now I can end with, you can reach me here, blah, blah, to chat further, or I will follow up in a few days in the hopes that we might speak further. I would love to tell you more about Elisa Mama. Sincerely, blah, blah. And then she linked to the video, to the 2020 video.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say that's
This
good.
video shares more on our 2020 journey. Drop mic!
You need to start sending that out.
I do, right? Oh, what is my problem, Jim? I don't know.
You need to send that's a good pitch. You'll get picked. You'll get picked up by a lot of different. You'll get picked up by a lot of people. It's not just local. That's a good pitch because everybody wants to look for the star, like the diamond in the rough of like from what happened in 2020, and seeing people succeed from that opportunity.
Yeah, you know that. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, she did so good, huh?
I think you can get on TV. I do. If you can find those contacts, or even like just hustle, just like send it to everybody at LinkedIn, and then I think you can get on. You can get on. You can get on local TV for sure. You just have to
You
be able
feel
to find.
strongly about it?
Yeah, that's a good pitch.
That is a good pitch. I was like, Natasha, oh my God. This lady right here, she's like clutch. So good. So good. So when I read that, I was just like, oh my God. I couldn't, like, I gave her all that information, but I could never have put it in that way that she put it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I couldn't have. So yeah, I need to get on it.
Yeah. Oh, and then breaking down some of like what she did. The opening hook is your most important line because you need to hook them right away of like, okay, what's in it for me and why do I care? And like, and how can I make it emotional that like hooks me and then like, okay, I need to read the rest. So the big retail, people say big retail is dead. That's the hook. I was like, that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I got that this week. So I was very excited about that, as you can imagine. Now I need to do something with it. But also another thing I had this week was there's a fellow business gals that I met on Instagram that reached out. They want to collaborate with me on some future collection.
Okay.
On something exactly. So we actually had a meeting today.
Was that the meeting that you were?
We had a meeting today. Yes, exactly.
A few days ago.
Yeah, exactly. We had a meeting today. It felt good. It felt like I felt so grown. I felt, and I feel like that's what's missing in my entrepreneurial journey life. I want to talk about what I'm doing. Like I'm so eager. You know how much I love to
Yeah,
talk.
you want to go. So send it. So where can people send inquiries at
At
for
least
podcasts?
Fisayo at elisamama.com or elisamamakids@gmail.com. Or you can find me on Instagram at elisamamakids. But yeah, so it was really nice. Just just chit chatting with these ladies. We were talking about our experience, and it's two of them, so they're like co-founders. And yeah, so we're just kind of thinking through how we can put something together. And yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun to do that. And like I said, I felt very grown. I felt very I am having a business call. So yeah, so that was good. And another cool thing, how I've been complaining to you that I feel like I need like a tribe. I've been like, I've said that to you. Like I feel like it's kind of lonely sometimes in this journey.
Oh, yeah, of
I
course.
don't. Yeah. So they actually told me, see, that's the value of meeting people. They told me about this community called Hey Mama.
Oh,
Hey
Mama
Mama
entrepreneurs.
is this it's like pretty much a subscription-based community. You pay $300 a month, a year. Sorry, I don't want you to choke on your water. $300 a year, and it's like a community of like moms who are like business people, career people, entrepreneurs, people trying to build something, and just come together to support one another. So they have like Slack channel. They have a variety of different resources to support one another. And you have people from like regular Joes like me to like Rebecca Minkoff and other people who have more established businesses who are in this community. And so I'm like, I'm totally down. And I kind of like the fact that it's paid actually, because I feel like that then weeds out the people who are not really about this life, so I'm totally gonna join, and I'm just so excited because I'm like, oh my God, maybe I can find my tribe on here.
Remember how you said you don't understand how people could pay for like a mastermind?
I listen. I told my cousin about this today, and I said, and I'm like, you know what? I get it. Okay, I get it. We're gonna start keeping a list. We're gonna start keeping a list of all the things I said at some point that you can now say I told you so. Yes, this is one of them. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Don't worry, I beat you to it.
And then
I ate my words.
next thing you know, when you're like making like millions and millions of dollars, you're gonna be paying for like the
You know
upper
what?
tier masterminds to get in with like all those head
The thing
honcho e-commerce people.
the truth is, like, and that's why you don't argue with people.
Yeah.
You don't argue with people because that is the biggest waste of your time. Because the person that's arguing with you, they don't know better, and the time you're spending arguing with them it's a bad look on you because you know better, right? So there've been like several things that I've like had certain thoughts about, and over time my thoughts have evolved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've told you about this whole thing about my price point where I'm like, oh my God, I cannot exceed a certain level, but I didn't really know what it was take to run a business. And so that was the ignorant me speaking. And so, so going back to this.
Well, can you tell people what your price point was before and what you were afraid of? Just to give context.
Yeah, I can't talk about it. I didn't want to, my goal when I initially started was to not exceed $30 a product. How?
Yeah, especially with what you're doing. It's like handcrafted with really good artisans,
exactly.
And giving them a living, and then on top of that, it's like shipping costs, all the work that you put into it, all the marketing, the packaging.
Those are the things you don't think about. And that's the thing, when people are talking about, oh, but how much does it cost to produce this item? You can buy the fabric for blah, blah. It's like, do you know what it takes to run a freaking business?
Yeah.
Do you know what it takes? All the things, the production is just like a fraction of the cost. All the other things are like almost more expensive than even just producing the item. They are actually, so that's just ignorant talking. So you don't argue with people who talk crazy like that, like the old men don't argue with us. We don't know what we're talking about. So back to this, Hey Mama, I actually appreciate the fact that it's paid.
And it's a tax write-off.
Okay, well, yeah,
It's
I'll
a
make a
tax
note of that.
write-off. Yeah. Don't forget to put on your taxes. I've done this before.
Well, I'm gonna have to add that to my as a write-off. Yeah, so I'm actually excited about joining that community and seeing what comes out of it. I'm excited to see what comes out of it. But I feel like community is so powerful.
It is,
Yeah, it's
especially
so
because you have a
powerful.
business and it's also the community is like how much you put into is how much you'll get back. Like the
This is true.
communities that I participated a lot in and like talked to people and like collaborated with them was like the times like I got a lot out of it.
Yeah. And I was telling those gals, I'm like, just having this lunchtime conversation, half an hour conversation with them, it was very fulfilling. Regardless of what happened with our collaboration or partnership or whatever, the fact that we're able to connect in that manner just felt really good. So yeah. So let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much my week. I think I've had this is an up week, Jeff. I would have to say this is an up week. Would you agree? This is
Yeah.
an up
Well,
week.
not what was last week? Last week was like I need a. What did you ping me? You're like it's like I'm not feeling it this week or something.
Yeah, Jeff is always at the receiving end of my rants and my random rants. So every so often I just like start pinging him crazy things, and yeah. So
It's part of the
thank
journey
you,
though. You
thank you,
like you
Jeff.
have to go up there. It's such a roller coaster to be honest.
It's a roller coaster. It truly is. Yeah, it's a roller coaster. But I feel like, and I feel like I've dropped the ball on many. I've completely dropped the ball. I have to confess. Um, I I'm struggling. I'm struggling with my commitment that I made to my content strategy.
Is it the email every
So,
Sunday?
oh, not that one. So I did email last week. So I'm gonna
Okay.
do another one. I'm gonna do another one this week. So I'm definitely gonna try to do that another one this week. But everything else, like my Super Bowl post, I didn't do it.
No,
My
the Super Bowl post hasn't happened yet. It's this Sunday.
yeah, but I didn't. I
Oh,
have
you mean
nothing
you
to
haven't
do.
done you haven't worked on it yet? Okay.
No, this is Black History Month. Remember my plan?
Oh, you have to make all the quotes?
I didn't do it yet.
Why don't you sign it to the new writers?
I should. You should. They won't listen to me.
Wait, so who's the other writer? No,
Oh yeah, so it's
breaking news. We got
breaking
it. We
news.
got a second writer,
We have a second writer. Yes.
which is pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited to just do all the SEO content.
She's very excited actually because she's eager to learn and to write, and so she's very into it. So you can maybe give her some minimal tasks.
Do you want her
Yeah,
to
but
You want her to create a blog post though, right?
whatever. However we use her. But I think she would like to work on blog posts.
Okay,
But
cool.
still she can do that and also do other stuff.
Yeah, format it into an email and send it out in Klaviyo.
No, I'm not gonna have her send it. I'm not gonna have them
Okay.
send it. I will be sending the emails.
So you
I
you want the
can't trust
control
them.
just in case?
Yeah, I'm not gonna quite trust them to reach out to my community, like yeah.
Willy
I
nilly.
want to look at it. Yeah, I want to look at it first. Yeah. So but yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited for our writers. And that's awesome. Oh, I told you that we shot the employee highlights. Did I tell you we shot those last weekend?
You told me that you were about to shoot them. You got the guy and he was gonna go over and shoot them.
So we did. We went to one of the things that I'm working on and my community appreciate is seeing behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yes,
Branding.
behind the scenes. Yes, Brandon. Behind the scenes. And we are going to be highlighting different members of our team in Nigeria. So we went over and we had a videographer go and capture like their responses to certain questions to help us get to know them better. So yeah, excited to see how that turns out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have nothing to say about that because I wasn't there. So we'll see what they came up with. But yeah. So that was that. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that was plenty for the past week. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So what are you going to be working on over the next week?
I'm gonna be looking at the outline, this Saturday, and then I'm also gonna do a bunch of keyword research for all the different
Mm-hmm.
keywords that we need to rank for Lisa Mama that would
Mm-hmm.
be high converting, and then I'm gonna send it to the writers to get them to brainstorm different ideas on potential articles that they would like to write on, and then talk about having them pitch the different ideas so they can get used to that. So when I used to work on a blog for men's dating and writing articles, we would get together, we do like the SEO content. It's like, okay, go and Uber suggest. These are all the different keywords that we should rank for that could potentially sell our products. Now we
Mm-hmm.
do that, and then it's like, okay, all the writers, what ideas do you think you can come up with based on all of these keywords? Like, what do you want to write about? And then they pitch different ideas. We collaborate, we tweak some stuff, and then we're like, okay, go with that. And then they would start the research and then the writing and the outlining and they go through the whole writing process.
Will there be an actual like meeting, or would it just be like virtual?
Virtual, probably we'll get them used to collaborating on Slack, and then
Mm-hmm.
it'll just be done on Slack, just quick. Or depending on what platform they like using better, it could be email or it could be Slack. I'd prefer Slack, but just in case it's not accessible to them or maybe they're at their
I
phone.
prefer Slack so for that tracking and visibility.
Okay, so we'll just make sure that we use Slack then moving forward, and then we'll just use Slack, and then we'll collaborate there. We'll have like a section for like brainstorming and ideas, and then that'll just be that whole area where it's just like, okay, these are the different ideas, or here's all the different research. Here's like a Excel sheet, pin it, look at all of these keywords, come up with different ideas, and then let me know when you can come up with ideas and then different articles that you want to do, and then I'll look at it, I'll give my feedback, and then I'll do like, SEO it, copyright it, and then it's like, okay, what do you think of these ideas? And then from these ideas, this is what you will write on.
Close the door. That's the muse. All right. Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, so
As you can tell, I'm not trying to really get into all of that. My brain is full enough. So I refuse to let that absorb. But I'm glad all that's going on.
Oh yeah. Whenever I need your feedback, I'll just text you really quick or ping you. I'll be like, oh, here are the different ideas. What do you think?
Yeah, but I'm really excited about that. And see, so one of my big goals for 2021 is to get my act together for Lisa Mama. Like, everything is to have a functioning process, right? So, like ads needs to always be happening, or there needs to be a clear strategy that's being tendered to or being supported. Same with writing. What are we doing? Who's doing it? When are we doing it? Just have that emotion. The only piece right now that I feel like it's still I still need to find someone for is my graphics piece.
Oh yeah.
Like, for instance, one of the things I wanted to do as part of my pitch was to put together like a little, I think I might have told you about this, almost like a little lookbook. I actually kind of have one already done. I wonder if I could use that. Although it does not have, like, it's almost like it's like a little fun deck of like images and some of our clothes, some of our quotes. Maybe I should just use that. Because sometimes while trying to get the perfect thing, you end up not doing anything.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot.
Yeah, so maybe I should just go ahead and use that. But anyway, either way, I'm trying to get like a what's it called? What do you call them?
Graphic designer?
Yeah, graphic designer to help me, to be on the team, So that's the videographer guy in Nigeria. I'm waiting to see his work, but it seems like he's a pretty like level-headed guy. So I'm most likely going to be using him for the future. So
level-headed guy. It's because you have to compare it to somebody previously.
I'm just saying, I need to like the vibe. One thing I'm really learning now, and I'm really trying to take very close to heart, is trusting my instincts. I'm I'm beginning to realize the power of my instincts when it comes to business, when it comes to even when it comes to picking out a fabric, picking out a design of an item. Like if I'm not feeling it, like if it doesn't hit me, I cut it off. Like I am not going to try to convince myself to settle in for something that I would later on regret down the road.
Yeah.
So if I'm not feeling your vibe, I don't have the bandwidth to make mistakes or a lot of mistakes, too many mistakes, I mean. So it's like, and that's why in Nigeria, I had to let go of one of our seamstresses that was going to join us because her vibe was just not, I was not feeling it. And I'm very sentimental of a person, as anti-sentimental as I might appear. I'm very sentimental. And so I like to make excuses for people and find reasons to accommodate people. But I knew I had to cut. I knew I had to like let her go like quick. And I'm happy I did.
That's good. That's good you did that early because I'm the same way. And when building a previous team, we let it ride too long and it affected the team and it became
That's team. And that's the thing. The team is too important. What you've built is too important to let somebody like a cancer come into that. You got to cut them off like quickly. And that's the thing about people. So like, you hear me talk about like this, like my PR girlfriend, Natasha. You've heard like from the start, this is how I felt about her. And this lady has not let me down one bit. Remember how I was about PR, the PR firm?
The one that you spent a lot of money on? Yeah.
Remember how apprehensive I was about using them in the beginning?
Yeah.
Remember how I didn't want to use them? And I was like, should I? And I ended up using them and I shouldn't have. I mean, now it's a lesson, right? Now, but if I really went off of that, following my instinct, I should not have used them because I didn't really feel I did not trust my instinct. So, but this is what I was going to show you. So this is my quote unquote, my lookbook.
Nice. Oh, this is what you're going to be sending out with the pitches?
I'm thinking with my, okay. I think he's just send this with that. With my media kit. And
I was about to say, don't forget your media kit. That one's more important.
Yeah, I'm gonna include my media kit. So anyway, I think I'm just gonna use this. Yeah. So yeah. Did you already say what you're working on? Oh, you're gonna look at the outline.
And I'm gonna be doing all the ad stuff that I talked about earlier.
Oh, I'm tracking your engagement on the ads. I keep looking at like the site to see like what the number of visitors to the site.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be looking at the trend. I'm looking at the trend. Yeah. I even looked at the I looked at the ads too, see what you had going on.
Yeah, it was the most successful ad that the previous agency was running. But I made a tweak on some of the copywriting, and I tested.
I saw that. You had like quotes.
Yeah, and then I tested driving it to the collections page because the collections page is one of the highest converting pages. And then, but I might need to, if it doesn't do well within like the next 2 weeks of testing, I might change it back to the homepage and then have the homepage and then have an offer on the homepage or the pop-up again. The pop-up with Optimonk was doing really well because I remember I looked at the stats a long time ago, but then they have like a limit of where it hits and then you can't use it anymore. So I'm gonna have to look for another, because I'm pretty sure there's like a free option for something for like a pop-up like that. Mm-hmm. And then look for that so that we can start just redirecting to the homepage, and then that pop-up converts significantly well for most websites in general. And then just have it do that, because then it'll target, it'll be a way to get emails, and that was the most important thing. But I wanted to test the collections page to see if that would do well, because based on the Klaviyo analytics, it's one of the highest converting pages.
Okay. So all right. Well, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I know ads kind of a long-ish game.
Yeah. And I have my marketing consultant who gave me my strategy, and that I'm gonna implement. I just need the CSV of all the emails.
Okay, I'll pull it. I'll pull it for you. tonight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be working on that until our next meeting.
Awesome.
Oh, and then I'm gonna create a crypto content in general.
Good. Please do that. Crypto 101.
Yeah, I'm gonna do news content. So one of the things that was hard about the previous dating business, we didn't do newsworthy content. We did like evergreen content, so it's kind of hard to keep fresh ideas always because like if it works, and then you kind of just feel like you're saying the same thing. But what I like about crypto is like, okay, you have like how to learn how to trade, how to identify stuff, and identify like fundamentals, market cap. How's the team doing well? Do they have good marketing? But then on top of that, you have news, and there's so much news that's coming out inside that industry. So it's nice. It's easy content. You just pull up articles and you talk about it, and then you like give like bite-sized tidbits, and it's so much easier. You create like I'm gonna create like evergreen content, but on top of that, like the news content is gonna be easier to create.
Nice.
Yeah. So
keep it up. Be at the forefront of the crypto world.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it too. Whenever like you're creating something, you need to have. So this is my tip. You need to differentiate yourself from everybody else. Like, what is your value proposition? And
That's
then it's like,
right.
what for me coming into the crypto space, I'm like a new trader. Like, even though I made money, I don't feel comfortable telling people. So one of my value props is I'm gonna share when I lose money on trades and what I learned from that as a new trader. But on top of that, yeah, and then on top of that, it's using my marketing background to see these companies do they actually have a sound marketing strategy, and be able to apply that from my background as a digital marketer, because a lot of the things a lot of the things that they're doing, a lot of the companies, because it's new, like they don't have to have as much press, but once the space gets a lot more saturated, they need to have better marketing.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna add to the crypto content landscape.
Nice. Are you gonna buy a domain for that?
No, yeah, I'm just gonna use my personal domain.
Yes, yeah, because I know you're collecting those domains, like the ones collecting checks.
Yep.
So
no, it's just gonna be underneath my personal domain. So that's the advantages of having a personal brand. If you like pivot, you don't have to change your domain or business name.
I need to go get Fisayo Chase domain.
You should.
For my personal brand. Yeah. I do. One of my goals is to try to elevate my own personal brand more. But I don't know. What would I talk about? I don't know.
There's a lot of things you can talk about. Building an e-commerce brand, managing a team in Nigeria, how you built a fashion brand with no fashion experience, how you're building a business while working a full-time day job.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. So all right, you got a lot of stuff you can do.
All right. Thank you for the vote of confidence. Appreciate it. All right. And then for me, next week, I'm going to try to put my pitch to use. Try to email as many people as possible. I do have the media list that Natasha provided to me earlier on, so I'm gonna just email them. And I'm also putting together my top list of everybody that I'm trying to reach out to, retailers and stuff like that. So I have my eye on Nordstrom's. I want to just I'm not trying to get in there now, but I want to make an introduction so they know Elisa Mama. But part of me was also thinking, and maybe this is the fear talking, part of me was thinking that maybe I should have wait to get some more metrics on how we're doing the Saks. Is that fear talking? That's fear talking? Yeah. That's fear talking.
That's fear talking. You have a great story. That pitch is amazing. You don't need more. You don't need more analytics. You're already on your third collection, and you've already sold items on
I've sold about a third of those items, and yeah,
it's better than selling nothing. The fact that you're selling is pretty amazing as a new brand.
This is true. All right, fine. I'll do it. I'm just saying. That's what I was telling you. I don't know. Maybe it's the fear talking.
It's the fear.
I had put that out there, so
It's
I beat you to it. So all right, fine. You know what? I'm just gonna cast my net. I'm gonna cast my net. I'm gonna join Hey Mama. I'm gonna cast my net, and I'm just gonna just see where it lands. Because honestly, you already know. Like when when things are going on, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's like a random podcast or whatever. It gives me so much freaking life. You know, I get so energized. Like nothing energizes me more than talking about Elisa Mama, which is why our weekly meetings are like huge. That's like, hey, I get my shot, my shot of vitamin B12. I get my boost, and I can go on take on my week. So, point is, yes, I will reach out. I will not let fear hold me back. I have this amazing pitch. I have an amazing story. What's holding me back? I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. But yeah.
You should ask your Saks contact if they have any media that they can introduce you to, because you have a press release and you want to release it to as many people as you can.
Would that be appropriate?
Maybe
they're buyers.
But if you can leverage your network, because they probably have a PR company or agency or in-house.
They do, but did I tell you though? They're featuring us for, and they've connected us to the digital team who does all that stuff, and so they're going to be featuring us in the print campaign for Mother's Day, because they usually work like a quarter. You know, we talked about that, a quarter ahead. So now they're working on second quarter's content. So like April, May.
Yep.
Of which they're already going to feature Elisa Mama. So yeah. So and they already know, because I told them like I need to get the word out there, and they're very open to supporting that.
Okay.
So I don't think I want to like hit them over the head.
So yeah, since you already are with their media team, yeah, just wait maybe the next quarter or two.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm gonna I need to hustle my way. I need a hustle. That's what it is. I need to hustle my butt off, because I am not hustling for whatever reason. I'm not. So I need to hustle and use what I have, make something with what I have. You need to make something with what I have. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it.
Are you gonna create your Dream 100? I'm
working on it. I'm putting it together. I mean, I was, and then I fell off. Because problem is that we've been so focused on production, honestly. And that's the challenge when you're like a one-man team. If I had like maybe a partner, they can be working on like this marketing stuff while I'm focused on maybe production.
Yeah.
Because we're working on producing for summer, and then working on samples for the fall, fabric sourcing, sample development. And then we have the production company that we're testing them out right now to sample some of our products to see what they can do if we need to leverage them in the future. So we have that going on. So it's like a lot of things are happening, and then I got to post on Instagram, freaking Instagram. We have some of that package orders. So you can see why I'm like pushing away and anything that's like requiring anything extra out of me, I'm like, oh, I'll get to it later on. Yeah. So, but I have a funny story to share real quick. So over the holiday, right before my trip to Nigeria, I had a client who ordered something from me. She actually was one of the people who actually sent me a message on the instant messaging on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So she was very committed to ordering these items for herself and her daughter, to the point where she had me measure the item and tell her if it was going to fit her daughter or not and all that stuff. So when she ordered the item, all was good. A few weeks after, she emails me and says, oh, her item was too small. Could you get a bigger size? This is right before my trip to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, fine. Mail me back the item and I'll mail you the replacement.
Yeah.
But because I was going on the trip, I didn't want to hold her replacement. I mailed her the replacement with the thought that, well, by the time I get back, she would have mailed back the item.
Yeah.
So I came back, no item. A week passes, no item. So I email her, asking about it. I don't get a response. So I'm like, I'm a little surprised, because this is someone that I didn't get the vibe from her. She seemed really committed to helping me or wanting to support Lisa Mama, I would say. After a couple weeks, I sent her another email. Nothing. So now it's been like a month and a half since we initially interacted. So yesterday I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just send this final last email to her. And so I sent an email. I'm like, I've sent you several emails. I haven't heard back from you. I really hope you would respond or send the replacement item back. Every loss, is a significant impact to a small business. I look forward to hearing from you. Why do you laugh?
I don't know. I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen.
What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay, keep going. Keep going. No, just keep going.
All right. So I send it, and then I get a response from her, and she tells me, she's been going through like personal health issues, and this and that, and that she's really sorry. She thanks me for my persistence, and she has it packed up, and she's gonna put it in the mail for me today. And I felt so bad. So she sent it, she sent it today. But, one thing I'm thankful for is that that I was not disrespectful, or I didn't go out of character.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it was the third email. I was like, okay, I'm going to tell you something, because this is wrong. This is wrong. Stealing my stuff, this and that, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad you didn't too. Yeah. So I think the lesson is you just have to don't do something that you're not going to be proud of. Never put anything out there, especially an email that you're not going to be proud of. So, because you never know.
That's true. Never know. Could get screenshotted and then now it's on like a news outlet or something.
Exactly. So yeah, she was very gracious about it, and yeah. So, but yeah, so I mean, people think. I mean, I know. I was thinking about it. Like maybe I shouldn't have mailed her, before getting the replacement. But the truth is, I've done that a few times and I've never had a problem, because the people that buy Elisa Mama, like our customers, partly is I want them to know that I really value their business and I trust them, and I mean, if you're going to go out of your way to buy something from us, I don't think our average customer are the stealing type.
Yeah.
I don't think so, to be honest. It might be like a dumb strategy to do that, but they send it back. They usually do, and it's just my way of trying to elevate the customer experience, to be honest. So, I don't know what you have to say to that.
No, but whatever makes the customer experience better, getting a return faster, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You just have to. That's just like, what is that? Target, they call it cost of goods stolen, or whatever their risk mitigation is. Like they're gonna have 20%, 30%, or whatever that number is, that they just expect for goods to be stolen. So yeah, you just expect there could be a small percentage of you not getting back some of those products.
Yeah, I mean, so far
you've been okay.
So far we've been okay. And for me, it's just like, the opportunities to build a community is so important to me. I think that's the other thing. Oh, I learned something the other day on a podcast. It's called.
You forget the name.
Loss Leader.
Oh, Loss Leader. That's an interesting podcast name.
No, that term came up on.
Oh, yeah.
And I hadn't heard it, but I get the concept where when you look at it's kind of like doing ads, right? Where you don't, you might be doing an ad to like a low hanging fruit item that you don't gain profit from. But if that item is strong enough to bring people to your website, where they now have access to other items you carry that has a higher margin, then the loss you got from the loss leader is justified.
Yep.
So I think for me, in this case, knowing that how important like that community, those like ambassadors, those people who like go to bat for Elisa Mama, knowing the value of that to Elisa Mama, I'm okay with, interacting with them in this manner where or showing them this level of trust that potentially might put us at risk in some instances of some loss. But when it does work, I feel like the bonding or the closeness that it builds is substantial enough to compensate the potential loss that might occur.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So it's just my thought.
Yeah, that's kind of how funnels work too with loss leaders. It's the self-liquidating offer. You try to break even, but if you can make more money on the back end, then you take the hit.
Yeah, but my people are honest. They love us, Mama. They're not, steal from us or be dishonest. Most people are pretty good. Most people are pretty good, decent people. So I love my people. So.
That's good.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I think this brings us to the end of today's episode of Entrepreneurs with Jobs Behind the Hustle.
Yeah.
You shared a couple of tips. What tips do I have? I think I've given enough tips.
Let's recap one of the tips you gave.
Recap it.
Which one? Which one do you want to end on?
Which one do I want to end on? I want to end on, while I try to think about what I want to end on.
Make mistakes early. Make
mistakes early. Don't hold back from making mistakes, especially when you're still growing. Yeah, then you'll be better for it at the end. Yeah.
So there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So but yeah, I don't know if you want to reiterate yours.
What was mine?
Yours, you were talking about when you're writing a article, the hook and the.
Oh. So one of the things you need to do is when you first write something, whether it's an email, whether it's ad, it has to hook. It has to stop somebody, and it has to make it interesting enough for somebody to read the rest. Make them interested enough, like especially if they're scrolling. Your hook is usually going to be your headline or the first few letters of like your sentences of like what they see, or within an email to your headline in the first few sentences. It has to be interesting enough, curiosity inducing enough, or just like something that they value enough that they're like, okay, let me stop and let me read this and let me continue to read the rest of it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that little content tip. Talking about that, I'm actually gonna need your help. I need like a little headline for my pitch. The headline part is blank. It's like a fill in the blank piece. So if you can.
Oh, okay. Send me forward me that email, and then I'll figure out the
headline.
Yeah, the subject line. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed our very, very first live episodes. I know it might seem a little scattered, but this is the mind of an entrepreneur. This is what the glossy Instagram page, the glossy website. It's just a bunch of craziness, confusion, but we're figuring it out.
Yeah,
we're figuring it out. So, but yeah. So every time we always, want to encourage you. We're going to encourage you with our last line here. I'm gonna let Jeff take us out with our little message for our listeners or our viewers today.
Do the damn thing.
That's right. Do the damn thing.
Do the damn thing.
Whatever that means for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Take action. Whatever you have to do.
Yes. If you're not moving, you're regressing. Remember that. That's a tip.
That's a quote card. You can put that.
That is a quote card. If you're not advancing, you're regressing. So
yeah. Somebody clip that.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much, and talk to you next week.
Until next time, if you like the video, and subscribe to get notified for the next thing. Yeah, comment below.
I'm like a YouTuber. Click the bell to subscribe. The bell up. Oh no, the bell down there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to say that like in the beginning. Oh, and then we'll probably do like a new segment where we implement a new strategy inside our businesses or talk about a strategy. So do you want to, since the Dream 100 was one of the strategies we'll talk about, you want to do that for the next podcast?
I mean, I don't have a whole lot to report on it though.
No, I mean we'll
But
get it.
we
We'll
can
get
talk
it.
about the idea of it. The idea of it.
Yeah, we'll get it, and we'll get our personal ones done.
The Dream 100.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start working on it. I'm gonna keep working on it.
Yeah, keep working on it. Just
Might
do,
be- might be-
just do a general Dream 100. You know, and then you can tailor it. Like, you can put in everybody, like high level influencers, retailers, YouTubers, Instagram people, business people. You can do it at high level. That, like, if any of those you collaborated, it would change. It would change things. And then
Okay,
just,
like the category of people.
yeah. Just do it in general. And then instead of like
Okay.
having to do it like for Instagram only, Twitter only, YouTube only, blogs only.
No, yeah, but still, I mean, I take my people very seriously. So like, I don't just put anyone on my list. I'm doing very thoughtful research to identify who's going on my list.
Yeah.
So that's the part that's time consuming, is the thinking of who and who.
Oh yeah.
Do I want to have
of course. Because
exclusively.
normally when I did it by platform. So,
Oh no, mine's all together. Retailers, influencers.
Oh, mine's by platform. So I was like, I thought that's what you're doing too.
That's a lot. That's a full-time job. I need to hire someone for that.
Well, you have a writer.
Yeah, but my writer needs to sleep.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but yeah, but either way, yeah, we can finally talk about it next week. Maybe like just a little dedicate, maybe 20 minutes or so.
We can do a dream. Let's do dream. What's doable? What's doable by next week? Can you do Dream 100 by next week? You want to do Dream 50? Dream 20?
Dream 50. Oh, you know what? It'll be Dream whatever I'm able to come up with by next
Dream whatever. Hey, at least Dream 20.
Oh, yeah. That
Okay.
I can commit to.
Okay. We'll commit to at least Dream 20. We'll aim for Dream 100, but if we can't get to Dream 100, it's anything above 20.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. And then we'll talk about the strategy next week.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Until next time.
Then Ben.
Cut.
All right.
How do I stop this? This is new. End stream. There we go. Hey, we got one person who came on for a little bit.